just said it, didn't he? 3:45 a.m. in Melbourne. It's not the longest, though. Murray, Kokkinakis last year, 4:15 a.m. and then Hewitt, Bagdalis in 2008. It was 4:35. So we've had longer, but it must have felt like quite the stretch out there.
He's such a fighter, and we have to say he played more aggressively the longer the match went on, but he made less mistakes. I think in the third set he was inside the baseline, sort of 20% of the time compared to 10 in the first couple of sets. So that's Daniil Medvedev. Maybe because he didn't play a lead-up tournament. Maybe that's why he was a little bit rusty early on. But when you hear him talk in the on-court interview, the preparation, I mean, that is so difficult to get up for a match like that at that time and then having watched those ladies before.
Yeah, he said they didn't know what time he was going out. It ruined his prep. He did also say in that interview there that he's going to maybe change his attitude in the next round. Tim, I mean, possibly has to change something. Obviously, also mentioned that the conditions changed, didn't they? As it got later, it got cooler. Maybe helped him a bit.
Yeah, I mean, it gets cooler and then it gets heavier. The balls don't fly through the air. And he was talking about changing his rackets. I presume he was, sending them back to get them a bit looser so he got a bit more power. But, in that fifth set, when he got back on level terms, I mean, just made, I think, only 4 unforced errors in those 6 games just when he needed it. And it was good to finally see his coach have a smile on his face.
I don't know where he was counting their time, I don't know, points, I don't know. Anyway, let's park that one and I guess have a little further talk about Medvedev there as well. The fact that you can never discount him. He's been 2 sets down before 3 times and he's come back and he's got the job done. He just knows how to, I guess, in terms of endurance, get through these matches in Grand Slams.
I mean, he's a physical specimen to me. I mean, he's so tall and he moves so well, but he's not carrying a lot of weight. But I think it's very heavy to play against him because the ball bounces so low when he hits, especially the backhand. And then he started serving much better. When he serves well, then he gets some free points there. So I think it's very frustrating to play against Medvedev. It would be an absolute nightmare opponent for someone like me that needed some pace from my opponent, like what you would have been a perfect opponent. But Daniil Medvedev is just going to get better and better. Question is, how do you recover? A lot of players that play to 4 o'clock in the morning, it doesn't matter who you are, it's very difficult to sleep and recover.
Yeah, I mean, he said, finishing at that time, what time are you going to get to sleep? He said 6:30. I think that is optimistic. He's got to do probably a little bit of press. He's got to do recovery, physio, stretch, massage. He's got to eat something. So, yeah, I hope he can recover.
Obviously, the ATP, WTA, they've changed the rules, haven't they, now? For this season on tour, they've said, the player has to go out before 11 p.m. If they don't, they'll move the match. Should the slams do this? It's a massive question. Otherwise, we're going on till 4 a.m.
Yeah, I mean, the problem in the slams is you're playing best of 5 sets.
Yeah.
On tour, you're playing best of 3 sets. But, yeah, it's been a crazy day. I don't know whether you need to start the night session a little bit earlier. Is it make the courts, the balls a bit quicker? Who knows? But this is not what they wanted in this tournament.
No, exactly. Well, this man there, he commentated. You heard him quite a lot. So, Tim, we'll let you go and go to bed.